BrushedRanger. These two guys started a little hate group chat on me. Like two little girls, like two little high school, right? Grow up, get thicker skin, get stop, despite the detractors and haters. I will not defend. I will not cover up. I will be the one to expose it and report it. And unlike you, I will call homophobic person. No, I'm not choosing to defend anything because he's not homophobic.
You come back making Rust. I come back making 99. Recording.
Okay, well, so you're recording.
I'm singing badly right now.
I'm not swearing at all. I'm feeling pretty good.
Pretty badly.
I can hear that.
Right. Do you want to open or do I open?
Well, it's my channel, so I should probably open, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier.
Hello, everybody. My name is Markiplier, and welcome to the Idiots in Disguise podcast.
You did it better than me. I think you should have probably opened that.
Probably.
Yeah. Well, okay. This is episode 0, not episode 1, because we're supposed to do something else for episode 1. So the set is not finished. We're not finished. This is like, okay. This is like an emergency episode. Something big's happened. This is ridiculous. Yeah.
It's basically like a fucking, we're doing. You're not ready for the takedown. Basically, you are not ready for this takedown. So let me get the notes up. Let me get these notes up. So topic is prime animation. So tell me what you know about prime animation.
Fan YouTuber, big Transformers Prime fan, arsehole, aging rapidly.
So everything you just said is completely false, except it's not, right?
What? What?
So you threw a curveball there, right? So for the past 9 months, right? This is like the timeline. The man has completely lost it. He's gone Delulu. He's played the new Fortnite mode and gone Delulu.
No, I think it's been more than 9 months. This is just like phase 2 or something. Right? It's like just ramping up.
Well, no, like 9 months ago, Galvatron's Revenge was released. Oh, right. We should probably go over what actually is prime animations as well.
We just did.
Oh yeah, we've gone over what you know. So for the people at home, like, who is prime animations?
Wait, are we supposed to talk like we're talking to like other people in the room that aren't here? We have no studio audience yet.
We have no studio. Where is everybody?
Yeah, well, it's just empty right now. It's just us. Yeah, it's not open yet.
I know, but you talk because it's a podcast. You talk to the people at home. Hi, people at home. Wave to the people at home.
Hello, guys.
Wave to the people at home.
We don't. I don't want to wave.
Anyway, lock in. Right. So, I locked out. Prime Animations.
Okay, we can cut most of this.
Yeah. Prime Animations. Carlos Barrentes. I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. I apologise if that's not how you pronounce his last name.
Don't apologise to him. You'll give him more fuel.
I mean, I can apologise for his last name. I don't know how to pronounce it. Anyway.
We'll get a picture of him up on screen.
Yeah.
There he is.
This is the man. This is him.
Yeah.
This is an accurate illustration. This is him.
Artist interpretation.
So, this man is as my dear co-host, Top 8 T-Rex said.
Yes.
This is this is him. He's a big fan of TFP, and this man had a bright idea. What if we continue TFP from where it left off? And in 2013, he started, around 2013, it might have been before, whenever Predacons Rising was made, he decided to make a sequel, a fan-made sequel. So that's basically the TLDR. So obviously everyone's heard that it took 10 years, because it released in 2023. I think, or was it 2024? It was 2024, sorry, December
2024.
Yes.
That's why I released my teaser, because I mentioned him and I got lots of views. Hopefully we can do it again.
We're in it for the bag and that alone.
Well, one of our guests is,
Yeah, absolutely.
which we'll reveal soon.
Yes, we have 3 special guests.
Pretty good.
3 very
All
special
their own personal anecdotes about Prime Animations and how he is. I'm sure nothing but positivity.
Exactly,
Nothing
mate,
but positivity.
great. He's amazing. So, in 2013, this is all fact-checked with forums and stuff that he was posting at the time. He completed most of the character models in 2013, but it's the character sheet that I'm more interested in because half the art is traced.
Big no-no in the art community.
Big no-no. Well, it's not a big no-no unless you like credit it, I guess. But I'm not a 2D artist. I wouldn't know.
I do 2D art and I do trace a lot, but it's my own stuff. Shall I admit that?
It's my own. It's just your own OC, isn't it?
My own personal collection that I trace from.
You trace the stock images, though, right?
No, I don't own stock images.
Okay, self-report.
I just make the pose in real life and trace myself.
Oh, right. Because you're a walking T-Rex, right?
That is exactly how I look in real life, so it's much easier to translate.
Yeah, same, bro. I've got an icosahedron for a head.
I thought it was an icosphere.
No, it's not.
Oh.
Anyway, we're derailing. Basically, traces a lot of art. A lot of TFU art. A few art pieces like his Elita, Jazz. He has permission for using the designs. He's still traced them though. That's up to public opinion though, whether that's.
I feel in that case tracing's okay.
Right.
This isn't the thing we're cancelling it for.
Mm-hmm.
Just so everyone knows.
This is just some info. There's also a Lugnut design for Ultimate Annihilation that is traced from a piece of fan art. But moving on from that, 10 years pass, basically, about 10 years, and the voice actor for Optimus Prime, as we all know, gets cancelled for being a racist neo-Nazi.
I don't think cancel's the right word for that. I think just like people found out he was. Can you cancel? Can you cancel a Nazi? I think if you found out someone's a Nazi, that's pretty bad, right?
I mean, it could be worse.
I will not say like Nazi, like oh he disagrees with me on Twitter. No, he has a fucking Nazi flag in his room that he shows off to people.
Correct. And he showed it off. What's interesting about that though is that Carlos didn't really want to get rid of him, which I don't even know how to respond to that. There is a video of him defending himself, which is more than fair because people are calling him out for being like a PDF file and stuff like that.
We do not believe that.
Yeah, we do not. There is no evidence for that, and don't say that shit because that is genuinely damaging shit. Don't, unless you've got evidence for it, don't do that shit.
Yeah, everything we talk about here, we have evidence for, and our own personal accounts.
Exactly.
Not mine. I don't know the guy. I'm just here to get the money.
He's literally just here for the bad guys.
Yep.
What else? He was basically being a not very nice person. Orbital Bacon was his name. I don't see a point of hiding the name at this point. Everyone knows who it is.
I think everyone already knows.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just Optimus. I'm pretty sure he voices Ultra Magnus as well. I can't remember who else.
I'm pretty sure it's Optimus, Ultra Magnus, Galvatron, Onslaught. So you can blame him for the water shit.
Yeah, the only one that makes sense is Galvatron. Like, I wouldn't have a Nazi voice the Optimus and Ultra Magnus. Maybe one, but not both.
Yeah, pick a struggle, man.
Yeah, god damn.
So basically, that leads to the movie getting boycotted a year before release, which basically PR nightmare for Prime Animations. But no, Mr. Barrentes decides to double down. There is video evidence of him defending Orbital Bacon. He also defends himself, which is more than fair because the accusations he was receiving at the time were completely unjustified. We have a link to a forum by Emperor Kumquat, legendary guy making his own TFP fan project called Transformers Prime Mercy. He wrote about a doc, and it's pretty well documented at this point. I don't see a point really going into it. Basically, bad.
Yeah, we can always link it in the description if you want more evidence. We have to cite our sources, I think, if we're doing journalism.
Yeah, we will have everything in like a doc that we'll release eventually. It's written like a 2-year-old's diary at the moment, so.
It's 2 pages. You should really do better than that.
Yeah, you should do better than that.
I'm doing all the work. You should at least do this.
I'm doing all the work. You should at least do this.
Fuck you.
But yeah, that was basically it for about a year. It gets kind of buried because Transformers turnover news rate is insane. And then a year later,
hang on, before we get onto that, I think we should talk about our own anecdotes first. So I should talk about my experiences as the guy, as I have less experience.
This is where it comes in. This is where I come in.
Yeah. So I think before you go to your experiences, I should say my side because I don't have another place to do it. So I had no idea who this guy was for 10 years. I think early 2024 was when I met Fake, and I found the first thing I think I know about you is that you started working for Promotions. I thought it was pretty chill. I had no idea about anything that happened the year before, and I had learned about your experiences as a guy after the fact. So already -2 on that front. And I think the day the movie came out, I didn't even know it released. And I think I got like 3 messages on different servers, different people, all saying the same thing, all saying like this is a terrible production. They're not nice people, and it's not a good movie. So I go, I should probably watch the movie. I watched the movie. Oh, yeah!
How was that?
Goodness me. Not to knock any points of the movie. It's impressive you can even make a movie in the first place. I just feel the only things you should change about it are the pacing, script, direction, lighting, models, acting, production, ending, story, post-credit scenes. Don't think I missed anything. Yeah, just if you change all that, you probably have a good movie.
That's summed it up pretty well.
Yeah.
What else? We'll just skip to early. I think it's early 2024. How old would I have been in early 2024? I think it would have been in 2023 actually.
Yeah, so you were 12, I think.
Not quite. Damn, my maths is failing me. Okay, yes, 2023 actually. I tried entering the project in 2023, but actually couldn't sign the contract, which we'll get into contracts a bit later. So in the meantime, I joined a bunch of Transformers Discord servers and networked, and then became the lead animator on Transformers Arrival, which love that guy. Love Laszlo. Hearts to Laszlo. Go support Transformers Arrival.
Yeah.
But a lot of bouncing between projects as I do.
Yeah, I think we should say we do support all fan projects, and we love all fan projects except this one.
This is the only one where we don't support it. If you've got a fan project, good on you.
It takes a lot of effort, as we both know.
Yeah.
We're also both fan animators, so anything you do is good.
Yeah.
Except for this. This is how not to manage it.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you're like this, then we want nothing to do with you. But I'm sure this is the one. What's the word I'm looking for? The one exception. So 2024 hits. We're in 2024 with the big 2-4, where everything goes down. I joined the team. I immediately start working on scenes. It is mainly just cleanup, which I think is weird because if it's mainly just cleanup, then why hasn't it already been done? But we'll get into time management later. It mostly felt fine. Towards the end of production, though, I was specifically given 3 additional scenes to make on my own, with little to no direction. And in September I left because I couldn't deal with it anymore, and I had a lot of personal shit going on at the time. I was working on a Vortex deleted scene. I would have been working on a Bulkhead deleted scene, I think, and a third one that I just cannot for the life of me remember. I cannot actually release this Vortex scene because the Blu-ray's not out yet.
I want that Blu-ray so bad.
I think everyone does. Everyone wants to just frame the Blu-ray and go, "This is dog shit."
I mean, we have one right here actually. It'll probably appear somewhere throughout the scene.
Yeah, it's on my desk somewhere. Put it on that.
Yeah, put it on there just so we know who we're talking about at all times.
Just in case, not like the giant monitor's got the illustration of the man, but.
Yeah, but like, just have it on your desk so they know we're stacked. They know we have the DVD. Also the Blu-ray. Yeah.
But yeah, in September 2024 I left, and then in December 2024 the movie releases to absolutely abysmal reviews.
Not that you can see him anymore.
Exactly. Not like because the comments are gone. You cannot look at them.
Mm. And I'm sure some of the comments were valid criticism. Mm-hmm. Wasn't there that one where a kid says it wasn't bad, and he says to that kid who just does stop motions or whatever,
yes,
your shit's dog shit, kill yourself, not kill yourself. Cut that bit out, actually. Cut that bit out.
Let's stay in.
I remember there being a comment where a guy comments that wasn't very good, and Carl said all his shit is trash. Mm-hmm. Who was this person? Oh, a child doing stop motions. Yeah, it's not a good look, personally speaking.
And Carlos did respond to this. He said he apparently has apologised in the video that came out after, but he also frames it as that he only looked at the profile for more than like 5 seconds, which his excuse is stupidity.
Yeah, so of course, when you see someone criticising your work, the first thing you should do is attack them and ask questions after the fact. That's how I do it. That's how Sake does it.
Yeah. Brilliant. It's full of strategy, really.
Yeah.
Obviously the discourse about it is huge. Like, if you can't comment on the video, people made videos about it. One of these people, Mr. BrushedRanger, who we have on the podcast, we won't bring him in just yet. There is another person.
I've got a wheel ready, actually.
Got a wheel.
I've got a wheel, just in case we want to,
You're going to spice up and randomise who comes in first. BrushedRanger made a video going over the controversy with all the bacon, cash, which we'll get into in a bit later as well.
9 months ago, mind you, and hasn't talked about it since.
Correct, 9 months ago. This was early 2024. Like, I'm pretty sure this was the day before Christmas, like Christmas Eve.
Yes, it was. Yeah, I remember that now. In fact, Slake here was codename Raven.
I was. That was me.
I should have said it now. It's been long enough.
Yeah, I was codename Raven. I also will say about BrushedRanger's video, I got information wrong. And to you, Primations, I know you're watching this. I am sorry. I got information wrong. I apologise to you in private, I'll apologise to you in public, I'll apologise period, because I got information wrong. In the video, I said that I had to beg for the Bruticus shield to be added. That was not actually what happened. I misremembered, and that is my fault. I apologise.
We have integrity here. We know when we're wrong, and we apologise for it. We don't attack others, and we don't sue them.
Exactly.
A little bit of a spoiler for later. I feel it's probably about. We've talked about enough. I think it's about high time we get a.
I think we're all caught up. Yes, we're all caught up. That is 9 months ago. So there we'll add people who were directly affected by it.
Yes, so I thought it'd be a bit of an interesting way to do it. You can see the 3 people we've got on today. Let's see who comes first.
Actually, we'll introduce as well before we bring them in as well who this person is.
Yeah. So who have we got first? DPZLuna.
Brilliant. Skip ahead in the timeline. DPZLuna made a video with BrushedRanger about the movie where they both reacted to it. Completely under fair use. He reacted to the movie, added their comments. Did you just sit there in silence like some reaction channels go, like Bub Games go, true.
Bub Games doesn't do reaction content.
Oh, is that not Bub Games?
No, Bub Games does those
I thought like originally Bub Games did reaction content. She reacted to the pyros in there. Alright, here he is.
Yo, what's up, guys? 6'7" in the house.
The man, the myth, the legend, DPZLuna.
Yo, what's good, guys?
Hey, how's it going, man?
I'm good.
Hello.
It'd been a minute.
Yeah, it's literally been like 12 minutes, bro.
Well, that's enough time to cut down at least.
So, we'll just get straight into the chocolate starfish here.
Oh shit.
What happened? What happened between you and Prime Animations?
Prime Animations. Okay, so to catch up on Unk going suicidal. Basically, he copyright struck my video, which was just reacting to the movie, giving creative commentary with a co-host, in which he claims he basically owned it. He owned the copyright of apparently Transformers, Transformers Prime, Galvatron's Revenge, which is it's like an episode, CRL or something. Oh, I don't know. I'm sure you guys will catch up on it, but basically it was straight up illegal. I think everyone knows this. Hasbro owns Transformers. So he decided that. He sent me some like weirdo ass threatening egotistical like messages just trying to like intimidate. Of course I'm not 5 years old, so that didn't work. I hit him with a legal notice back. Then like that he sent a pissy reply, and then we basically led up to YouTube. So it was either he filed an actual lawsuit against me funny, or basically we just let it right up to YouTube. YouTube, obviously it rode up, he left it go for like, I think it's like 60 days or something. YouTube saw it and was like, bruh, what is this clown fest? And then restored my video, because obviously it's fair use, it's Creative Commons, like, I don't know whether pretty simple, clear-cut case, at least from YouTube's side, but apparently Cars did not get that. So yeah, video's back up. Carlos took the fat L, so yeah, rest in peace, Prime Animations, another L for the stack for you. But generally that's my experience with him. Like, he just falsely copyright strikes, sends intimidating shit. He just acts like a deranged unk at this point. Like, bro needs to like retire, I swear.
I'm sure we can put some of this on screen so you guys have a visual representation of how he talks to people. Very normal, by the way.
And how would you describe him talking? He said intimidation. Is there anything more specific?
Yeah, it's just like very intimidating and like angry forth text. Like, basically that's kind of the tone, which just doesn't make any sense. It's not very professional, first off. Like, if you actually own copyright, that's not what you want to be doing. You don't want to be going around and just like basically acting like a child in emails over like legal disputes. And on top of that, it's just like, why? Does bro really have nothing else better to do than write angry emails and falsely copyright strike people? Like, seriously? Like, nobody even cares at this point. It's just wild that like this like attention-seeking behavior from like someone so like, has Unk got Alzheimer's or something? Does he forget? Because like, for reference, by the way, chat, my video been up for like months, like straight up months. It accumulated like 40k views in a matter of months, so it'd been up there for a while. And then all of a sudden, he takes it down. Like, he decides, like, it's like he forgot it was there for 2 months, and it was like, oh yeah, that video, let me falsely copyright strike it and abuse the copyright system, send an intimidating email, and then hopefully nobody like tries to dispute it. Huh? What? Like, I don't know.
Is there any reason you think that he went after yours specifically? Because as far as we know, we don't think that he's took anyone else's down.
Yeah, I don't even know why he went after me. I think he just doesn't know who I am. I think he just assumed I was a small, random Andy, like small YouTuber, and I wouldn't do anything. I don't think he realizes I've dealt with like Hasbro's actual lawyers and actual copyright from like the holders of the IP. I don't think he knew that, because otherwise it doesn't make much sense that you do that to someone like me. I've dealt with this, and I've dealt with this before with other content creators. Like, it's nothing new to me, so I really don't know why he picked me. I could only assume he was like mad. That's literally the only thing. Like, there's just no reason, there's no logical reason. It can only be like emotional like instability, pretty much, because it just seemed like completely random, especially considering at the time, if not I'm sure right now, plenty of other people have done the exact same thing as me. People have full VODs and streams of it, so
exactly.
I'm not seeing the difference.
Many videos on YouTube going over the movie with commentary. It just seems like you're the only one who was specifically and didn't taken down and threatened directly by him.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess like Unk had some unknown beef with me. I don't know. What can I say?
Pretty clear and cut and dry. Character assessment. Boo.
Yeah, but it only just makes it sound worse. Like, obviously, if Luna had just uploaded the video, that'd be fair ground stuff. But it was transformative. It probably got less views. I think the actual movie had like a few 100,000 views.
Do you know at like the time how many views Galvatron's Revenge had, or like
40k views about? Maybe it was like 38. I think it's saying at like 40k right now. Let me double check real quick. It is sitting at I'm almost certain it was probably around like 38k, is what I'm guessing, because I'm almost certain it's loading right now. It is. Oh no, it's saying at 43k. No, so I think it was like 40k. I think it was 40k on the dot basically, because it was pulling a fair amount of views. Because obviously, again, Galvatron's Revenge had the comments turned off. So like one thing I noticed on mine, again, I don't know about other people because I didn't really want to watch the movie again. But like I have so many people in my comment section using that as like a way to like outspeak their opinions since they couldn't do it on the original. So I mean, that could be like one reason. Maybe that's why he didn't like the video, because he saw all the people leaving like negative comments that like he was either banning or straight up turned off on his channel. Maybe he was just going around watching the video and my video just so happened to have comments he didn't like. I mean, I generally don't know at this point. I don't think I'll ever know. Honestly, I don't even think Unc remembers at this point. I think he's so deep down the rabbit hole, bro, he's just committed.
Well, thank you for coming on.
Yeah, we'll have someone else on soon. We'll let the world decide that fate.
Yeah.
All good, all good.
We'll bring you back on at the end for a final panel to voice any final words to the man. Again, thank you for coming.
All good, boys, all good. You guys have a good one.
You too.
Peace.
And you. Right. Before you bring someone else on, I do want to bring up one more thing that has to do with us. On my server, Transformers 99 server, will be linked in the description. It is my server, so I can plug it all I want. We had a rat.
Yes.
A rat. A smelly little rat. So, I do not know how it came about. I feel this person saw your video and joined my server, because I think you linked my server, or they found my server through you somehow, because we're basically joined at the hip. And was asking you to be part of your project. I'm sure we can find those messages.
Correct. Yes.
I think we've already screenshotted them, actually. Yeah, we've got them all screenshotted. They'll be up on screen as we discuss it. I think immediately afterwards, someone had leaked some of one of our other guests, Crown's stuff to Carlos, and making it sound like he was leaking production stuff to him publicly, which he was not. Crown received an email from Carlos about this, and we discovered that the person sending the screenshots to Carlos was using Discord light mode. Rookie mistake. So, Sake left a trap for them. Would you like to discuss the trap?
As we'll discuss later, the cheese was shit-talking primamations, which is a stage you can set on Discord. You can change the core topic above the actual VC name itself, and I changed it to shit-talking Carlos. This was bait. It'll come up on the screen, where I then messaged Top8 here and said, this is bait. This is to see if it gets sent, and it is not actually what's happening. We actually just talked about anything but in that VC. We just left it. And
I don't remember what exactly we talked about.
Yeah, we probably played a game after that. Probably something like Reaper. Great game.
We should do Reaper again.
We should do Reaper again. Long story short, the cheese was eaten. We weren't aware at the time, but I did some of my own digging, went through the comment section, and the same user was actually contacting Carlos himself, which the only issue we have currently with this theory is the timeline. I went over this with you. We don't know if he contacted me first or contacted Carlos first, because depending on the answer, it's either that Carlos sent him over to me, or as a bitter attempt to get back at me, he told Carlos I was making it. And by it I mean a Galvatron's Revenge remake, which is currently in production hell because of this situation.
Also, let's not make it sound like you wronged the guy. You just said you didn't want someone working on it with you because you want to work on it yourself.
Exactly. At the time, I didn't really want anyone on it. I just wanted a script that works first, and then I'd get more people on, because obviously the problem with Galvatron's Revenge is a bloated staff team and a poor management system, so I wanted to get the management system down and everything before I did that. Yep. Another note on this, in the Q&A live stream, Carlos is now making Drag Strip, which is interesting because my first character for my remake is Drag Strip. I don't know if that's a really weird coincidence or he's directly trying to compete with me.
We don't know, we can only assume.
We can only assume. It's a very strange coincidence that Carlos is adding Drag Strip out of all the Stunticons first. Not Wild Rider, not Dead End, not Motormaster, Drag Strip.
So we could add that to the list of Carlos's L's. He planted a rat. Or either the rat self-planted, and it went to him, or he planted it himself.
Yes.
Which also, Carlos, if you're watching this, my server is not a hate group to hate on you. It's literally for my own animation, which, again, self-plug, is my own thing. Transformers 99. It is very good, very good.
Yeah, much better than yours.
I wasn't going to say that.
But we're already digging into the man. That was another thing that he said in his Q&A. I don't know what your source is, but it sure as hell isn't coming from us, because it's just not. Specifically, he also says that I've breached my contract with him by revealing assets and story details, which, just for the sake of argument, Morgan,
Yes.
have I ever told you what happens in the next 2 movies?
No.
And have I ever shared an asset with you?
Don't think so, no.
So I don't understand what his source is, because if I was going to share it with anyone, it'd be this man, because like you said, we're joined to the hip.
Lovers, managers,
boyfriends,
associates,
boyfriends.
lovers again.
I'd love to see this evidence, because after the comment section debacle, which in this Q&A that we were talking about, apparently there was I left a comment talking about how we just leave us alone, please. He did not like it, and instead he sent me the screenshot from the Discord again on emails, and threatened that I broke the breaches, which is where I'm getting this information from. I ask him, I go, I'm not going to discuss Crown's case, because that's for Crown to discuss later on when he comes on.
Yep.
But I'd love to see the evidence, because he hasn't contacted me since the BrushedRanger video, who will be coming on, where I apologised to him, and we have had no contact since. I have not spoken to him. I've looked at his content every now and again. I will be the first to admit that. I've discussed his content with Crown, because we both worked on the team. But breaching contract, not a chance. It didn't happen. So
I think it's just the content isn't worth enough to share. I don't feel.
I completely agree.
It's not a fan product no one likes. Why would you? Yeah, you can admit you worked in it, but why would you be sharing stuff from it? I feel it was high time we get a new guest on board.
I think we've discussed that, so let's get guest number 2.
Guest number 2. Here we go. Oh,
Mr. Ranger himself.
Mr. Ranger. You may know him. He's the number 1 hater of Carlos Prime Animations. Carlos Animations. Let's get him on. Let's see what he has to say.
Here he is.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Ranger.
Whoa.
So,
How's it going?
it's going good.
It's alright.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you two doing? Thanks for having me on, by the way.
We're doing alright. How are you doing?
We can go around in circles all day. So, you know what? Just give us. Who are you? Who are you, Mr. Ranger?
Who are you actually?
What's your deal?
Who am I? I'm BrushedRanger. I do Transformers videos, usually like comic dubs, news videos, sometimes the occasional like coverage of drama, and that's kind of what got me here today, I guess.
So, just for the people at home, when was your last Garbage Man's Revenge video?
Oh, anywhere from 8 to 9 months ago.
Just for clarification, that's enough time to have a baby.
Yes.
Yeah, BrushedRanger's actually pregnant right now.
Well, he was pregnant then. He has a child now. It's called a lawsuit.
Yeah.
So, just to clarify, you have not spoken about this man publicly in 9 months.
I don't think so. I might have made like a short, like as a meme, but that's about it.
So what exactly got you into this situation? Like, take us back. Take us back to 9 months ago, before you were pregnant. with a lawsuit.
Okay, before the pregnancy, when I was 10 years old, I actually seen the first ever like trailer for it. I don't know what year this was, but like Predacons Rising just came out. I watched it, loved it. I was a big Transformers Prime fan. Like that was, in my opinion, the 2010s and like late early 2000s is the height of Transformers. And then out of nowhere, Galvatron's Revenge. It's adding like the Combaticons. It's adding like from Fall of Cybertron, which I just got done playing and I loved. It's adding Galvatron and like all these characters that I love. And I'm like, oh, they're continuing it. And I was like, oh wait, it's a fan series. So I got really excited. But obviously 10 years went by and it slowly drifted from memory because I didn't get any updates about it, you know? Which I'm sure is what happened for most people. But then 2023, around late 2023, I started keeping up with the project again, watching some of the project updates. I'm like, oh, it's still going. It's like getting close to release.
So, take me to post-release then. The movie releases. It bombs.
The movie releases. People start like freaking out about it. I watch it with one of my friends who's not like a Transformers YouTuber, he's just an IRL friend, and we are like dying laughing at like all the little glitches, inconsistencies, animation errors, the dialogue, like the story. It was like just, we didn't like it. Like it just, it didn't really scratch that itch that I think me and a lot of other people were looking for. I did a little bit of more info digging about it, like the GoFundMe page. Found out that there was like $50 Blu-ray and a bunch of other stuff, so made a video which was a review. It was my own biased review. I watched the movie and I said, didn't really like it. It's like a 2 out of 10 for me personally. I didn't vibe with how they brought Megatron back, how they brought Optimus back, you know, everything I listed before. And it was just, you know, my review of the movie. And I also put in a little bit of, like, what's going on with the drama surrounding him. And I wasn't, like, fully enveloped, but I checked the comment section, and I seen, like, that he was bullying some kid on there, and that he was doing all this stuff. So then, after that video exploded, I thought that was going to get, like, 2, 3K, maybe 5K maximum views. That was at the height of it. I posted at like the perfect time. It is sitting at 52K, and I wish another video on my channel would surpass it. Needless to say, I don't want that to be the biggest thing on my channel. I want other people to watch some of the other stuff I've watched. Then I made a sequel.
That is your legacy now.
And then
it is my legacy. I was approached by you.
Yes, you were.
Yes. If you want to fill in some gaps here, you can.
So I actually saw your first video. And at the time, I was kind of upset that Galvatron's Revenge was being dogged on. I actually wanted to go in and defend Carlos and try and clear up the air, get some answers that people, get the questions that people wanted answers to. So I messaged a few people before you, including Firewood Media.
Yeah, Firewood Media did a big coverage of the whole story.
And I messaged one other person, I can't remember the name, and then I messaged you, and you were like, oh my god, absolutely. So you did like a small little like questionnaire for me about things like how was I treated, which, as I've discussed prior, towards the end of production, I kind of felt like an afterthought. Everyone else was moving on to Dinobots Unleashed. I was working on deleted scenes that were going to be exclusive for the Blu-ray, which you can't see because they're exclusive to the Blu-ray.
Yes, they have not been released yet.
Well, it's been a year.
Yeah.
It's been nearly a year.
It's been nearly a year, and no one's still got the Blu-ray. In fact,
or the bag. They were Diamond Bolt brought that up.
Yeah, Diamond Bolt brought that up. So I did say I felt like an afterthought. Maybe I wasn't specific enough. I did say on Ranger's video as well, which I've discussed earlier, I did get information wrong from my memory, and it was one of the points that Carlos was right about. I have apologized, but I'll apologize again. I'm sorry to you, Ranger.
I went to his comment section and apologized as well.
So
he did not accept my apology.
But yeah, I got information wrong. It hurt Ranger's video. a little bit, and I'm still sorry about that. And he actually responded to the second video. Did he respond to the first and second video, or is it just the second one?
Mostly just the second, but he has gone on record saying he's watched both, and 95% of the information in both videos is wrong, which I don't know how my opinion and personal biased review can be wrong. It can be false, because it was my opinion, I didn't like it, so okay. But I was genuinely surprised. I only had I just reached 1,000 subs, maybe 100 over, and I was and still kind of am a relatively small channel in the Transformers scene. I'm, climbing the ladder. I'm trying my best. And then here comes Prime Animations, who just hit 40k subs, and he had a big monster truck of a video that had 700,000, which was the movie, and I don't know, it was kind of exciting, but also oh man, I used to kind of look up to this guy and watch his stuff, and now he hates me, kind of thing. And it gave me anxiety on people are gonna think less of me or unsubscribe or hate on me because of stuff he's saying, but he kind of just made more of a fool out of himself, if I can be honest.
Well, good thing you mentioned that as well. At the time of recording, it's not out yet, but you have a new video coming out, don't you? Or has come out by the time you see this.
Yes, I'm staring down the clock, an hour and 20 minutes from now. I've made a community post, and a lot of people are rallying behind it. I couldn't be more grateful and happy and almost proud of the Transformers community, that despite we don't always get along, there's people who dislike each other, people like certain things, oh, I think animate's the best, no, Prime's the best, or I like this movie, Transformers 1's good, well, I like the Bayverse more. We've always been a very divided bunch, but it's good that we're unified on this single issue, that someone is taking advantage and abusing their platform and the creator space as a whole.
Let's expand on that. So, what exactly has happened since that? So, when those videos were made 9 months ago, what's happened since then? What's give me the rundown of the timeline since then.
He's made a few snide comments in regards to me and several other YouTubers that I'm sure you've also interviewed or will interview. But it's just oh, BrushedRanger, he's made community posts, cropped images, calling me drama queen, BrushedRanger, and all these nasty names. We had a little bit of a debate in one of his comment sections that ended with me being shadow banned from his channel. He said stuff that, make fun of my disabilities, which was interesting. Yeah, and then I seen a screenshot, someone brought it up to him saying oh, did you know that? And he's no, he's being a victimizer, I don't mean that, like that, blah blah blah. I don't think so. I think I did a small thing, it wasn't really about Carlos, but it was in my Reactivate video. It was kind of just the state of Transformers, and I went over mental health that I thought was important, because someone who I looked up to from when I was a kid was trashing on me, dogging on me, and making fun of mental health and disabilities and stuff, and it kind of crushed me a bit, that someone that big is just throwing that around. But he claims to be an advocate in a safe place, especially for kids. They use a kid-friendly channel, despite the wonderful curves line in his movies. But
I mean, yeah. You gotta love that line.
And a lot of people resonated with that message, not so much the down with Carlos, but the importance of discussing mental health and people's struggles, and I got a lot of sympathy for that. Not so much oh, I'm sorry Carlos said that, but people who also resonated who deal with mental health and disability. So I think that was my takeaway from it.
So put simply, you just haven't spoke about him. There's been nothing.
No, not really.
I think one side remark, and that's it in 9 months.
Yeah, pretty much.
Apart from until now.
Until now, yes.
Until now.
So
until now.
What changed? I think we all know what changed,
did.
But let's just get it out of the way.
he did a live stream for Transformers Day, which honestly he's doing more for Transformers Day than Hasbro, let's be honest. But he was just going over the film from what I imagined, but I got time-stamped and sent messages saying that he talked about you and it was brought to my attention. You know, like near the end, the tail end, like he just couldn't help but, you know, attack people and say stuff, but like he kind of went on a tangent. I thought it was just going to be him talking about the next film. I am excited for Dinobots Unleashed. I hope it does well. I don't want it to fail. I don't think anyone does. No one wishes bad on the guy, but it's just the way he's acting is appalling.
So what exactly did he say? That kind of...
To my memory, I'll paraphrase. I can't like say exactly, but he said like, at least for me, he was also attacking Black Crown, but I can't speak to that. I'm sure you'll have him on later, but he said, yeah, he said like someone who is potentially leaking the script or the movie or the assets is Drama Queen BrushedRanger, and he said potentially, but then he later goes on to like hound me as if it's definitive, which it isn't fair. But then he said he's thinking about suing like Crown, he's thinking about suing like people, he's thinking about suing me for defamation libel, which doesn't make sense, but whatever. And it's not a very good feeling to have in your chest when you're watching like someone like as big as him on a live stream call you out by name and say he's having his legal counsel look into my videos from 9 months ago. If it really was an issue, which I've reached out to him multiple times, we could have resolved it, but he refuses, because I think he needs, me personally, I think he needs a villain to kind of hound and fight against, to murder.
I don't think it's you being his villain. I think he needs a hero.
Me and several other people in the community. I'm not saying like I'm this big bad. No, I think it's like the collective haterade group of the Transformers fandom that just didn't vibe with the movie. It is inconceivable that anyone would ever find any issue with the film. And I thought a month ago or so he changed. He did a community project update. It was really nice, it was wholesome, it was just updates. He was dedicated to his craft, making the best thing he could make, and that was the Carlos I used to watch as a kid and was excited about Dinobots and Galvatron's Revenge and Ultimate Annihilation. But there was a glimpse of him there, but then he immediately went on that live stream and kind of threw all that goodwill away. I don't think it's acceptable to do what he's done, and is definitely causing like not really a rift in the community. If anything, it's bringing everyone together, but just in the YouTube community you can't go around doing what he's doing.
Well, it's not just that, it's just professionally as well.
Yeah, it's completely unprofessional.
Yeah, and if he wants to, you know, be the bigger man, be the adult in the situation, he's the only one of us that's been acting like a child in all of this.
I offered to resolve
arguing.
It.
Yeah.
And he strikes it all down as you like. Is his usual plan. He ignores it or deletes the comment, or
there is proof of him deleting comments, yes, and he's blacklisted me. Like if I were to comment right now on his channel, no one else can see except for me and him.
Which I think we should all say that it's not the way you should be handling a fan community. I know, at least for myself, I wouldn't do that.
Needless to say, he accused me of leaking like the movie and the assets. I'm assuming that means 3D models, script, whatever. He was very vague. He's very vague with his threats. Wasn't vague about his lawyer owning 2 mansions though. He was very proud of that one. But that's why he's so credible, is because he has 2 mansions. But he said I am like a leaker, and you know I'll take that seriously, but I don't understand how I could leak anything, because if I was a leaker I would have made like a big video like, oh, script revealed, Dinobots Unleashed, like, right? Like if I was trying to gain something from it, sensationalize it. I haven't worked on the project. I was not an animator, voice actor, anything to that capacity. I actually offered, but he just heard my comment and then blocked me. But I offered. I was like, oh man, like it'd be cool to work on something that big one day, but you know, I guess that's not happening anymore. The dream dies with him, but I have not worked with him or talked to him like professionally, like one-on-one to any capacity. It has solely been for YouTube comments and back and forth responding to each other's videos. I have never been a Discord call with him or anything of the sort. I'd like to be, to clear this up, and I still would like to, you know, find a middle ground to like broker peace between our two tribes. But
it's a good thing you mentioned wanting to talk on Discord call. For our next guest, we have someone you might all know, another love. It's Prime Animations.
He's here now.
He's here now.
I gotta go.
You ever, side tangent, you ever see that like the 9-year-old who's really good at chess, and then like
I have that video
Grandmaster
saved.
comes in and he starts crying
Yeah,
with like the Dark Souls music? That's me right now. You bring
I
in
love that video.
cards.
So, this new video that will be released by the time this podcast is out, you want to give us a little breakdown of what's actually in that video, or?
little cheese, little edge.
It's pretty much just me debunking everything he's ever said about me. Like, I go into nitty-gritty, I say, this is what happened this day, this is what was said, this is what he cropped out of images, like, this is the context for this. Something he won't do because he is the master of deception. He is a Decepticon.
So I think it's about
Decepticon
saying,
like tactics, even.
I think it's about saying that Ranger's video is required reading for this video.
Yes,
because
it is.
I'm not putting all the evidence in. So just watch his video, he did all the work.
I'm not the only one. I made a community post. A lot of people are rallying behind that, and I know some people are even making videos on the situation as well.
Yeah, we'd love to know who they are.
Please.
I believe Fire Brothers, he has a sizable following. I was on his live stream, actually. I'm sure that's relevant. But he was reacting to Aftermath, and he came into my DMs, and he went, so what happened? What's going on? Tell Papa Fire what's going on. So I hopped on live with him. He was reacting to a Transformers fan film, which was pretty good. I caught in on the tail end of it. I felt kind of bad because I didn't want to take away from, you know, that, him reacting to that, but we had a very good conversation. I showed a lot of the evidence on stream, stuff about the GoFundMe. I think I handled myself very well on that stream. I didn't talk about anything I wasn't supposed to. I talked about just enough that, you know, and I think Fire got the gist, is that this guy he's kind of tearing down YouTube right now. Like, he's using every slimy trick in the book you're not supposed to do, like copyrighting other people's videos, doing takedowns, suing people. He said he was going to sue me. It's you know, deleting comments, like disabling comment sections, silencing people. He's not really in the community. He's not like you guys or me or like Luna or Crown or anyone else who's like in it for the love of the game. He is strictly business.
Which I feel you don't want a businessman, mainly your fans.
You ever watch Fairly Odd Parents? He's like the Pixies.
So, is there anything, like, we can briefly talk about the GoFundMe here as well. Me and you both did like a deep dive into it. Do you want to talk about the pie chart that we both found?
I covers that. Cut that out. I cover that in my video. Some of the pie charts that were shown, and I'm not saying, I don't want him or anyone else or any lawyers to get it wrong. I'm not saying he pocketed any money. I would never say that. I think something weird is going on with the funds where it's not being counted correctly or distributed correctly. Maybe it's because it's older or whatever, but something's weird is going on. and I just wanted to ask about it. And I feel like there's no harm in asking questions. But when you're asking questions and the other person is just trying to silence you, I think something deeper is going on there.
So it's not like a definitive, it's more like a hunch.
It is a hunch, but the fact that I'm being silenced for having a hunch, it seems like something's there that we haven't connected yet that he doesn't want getting out. That's my take on it. That's all I'm willing to say about that. But the evidence is there. If anyone else, the Reddit detectives, the lore scholars want to get in on that, there's your Millennium Puzzle.
Well, I think that's all we have time for Ranger. Ranger, I think you need to fuck off. Yeah, I heard about that. Your audio might be fucked. Did you not play a test recording back?
No, I didn't. But it's fine. I think it's fine.
We'll see how it goes then.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be first, right?
Right, do you have any other topics to talk about before getting the last guest on, or...?
I think a quick look over the GoFundMe. We'll pull up some things. Put it on. Jarvis, put that on screen.
Right. Not that, Jarvis, not that.
No, wait. I mean, that pie chart, it's specifically it's there's no way to slice that. It is literally saying where the funds are going. When I joined, I was specifically said I was not going to be paid. Yeah, I said I was going to be paid. As far as I know, everyone was not going to be paid. Which is why I feel like the pie chart's really weird, because then if the artists weren't paid, then where's 63% of those funds going? It's 14,000. It's like completely unaccounted for.
My personal consideration is it's going to like a couple people that are like right at the top, not like just Carlos or anyone. It's just probably the people that they really want to work on it, and then they have like, I guess like you guys, like freelancers almost. It's my personal guess, but it's never really been clarified as far as I know.
Carlos says he's bought a new laptop with it, which then it just comes down to poor project management, because why would you buy a laptop over a PC? I can't imagine sound banks being that expensive. Like, we really don't know. To put it simply, I don't want to come out and say he's pocketing the money, he's pocketing it. Like, that's not going to say that.
That would not be fair on him.
No,
but I feel he needs to explain what has been going on with it, like more transparently than that pie chart, because it has been very vague.
Yeah, and there's been no like mention. Like the Blu-ray is probably, if he said like all of it went to the Blu-ray, it's still extremely suspicious, because 14,000 is not Blu-ray money. But at least it'd be a chunk at the least.
Yeah.
If it went to voice actors, that'd been more than fair. But as far as we know, they're volunteer voice actors as well. There was a storyboard artist called Vicky. She did great work. We found her portfolio for Galvatron's Revenge. It was a really nice shot in there, which got cut from the final film. If some of it went to her, like, transparency is all we're asking for on that bit. I think the biggest question, like, from Ranger's bit there is just, why 10 years? 5? Okay, fair enough. 6 or 7? Like, yeah, I guess. I'll even go as far as saying 8 years would have been fine. 10? There's a comment as well. Go on,
Especially if the models and the voice acting was done 10 years ago.
There are forums. The Carlos is a notoriously unreliable narrator, so we don't know what he says is true there, or it's false there. We don't know. Like, there's a comment he left on one of them, I think, saying about 14,000, where he said he had $0 for the first 2 years, which I'm not entirely sure if that's true. I'd have to like Wayback Machine the page to see if if it actually was like in the first 2 years, like 2015, it was like $0 still. But even then, we'll give him benefit of the doubt. 8 years. That's 14k gone in 8 years.
We just don't know where it went.
We don't know.
It could be all above board.
Mm-hmm.
There is a way of finding it out, but as far as we know, we can't find it.
Exactly. But there is someone who might know.
Yep. Let's spin the wheel and see who gets on next.
Even though
Hang on,
no one or crown.
Yep. It's heavily skewed though, so it should be right.
I'll have to, man. No one.
I wish it would, but alas.
Alas.
All right. Crown is on next.
Yes. You want to give the rundown of who he is?
I think he's a. Oh dear. He. Oh no. He. Okay. No, he's also a fan animator. He's part of our little hate group. I mean, friendship group. He has probably had the worst experiences with Carlos so far.
Mm-hmm.
But I won't steal his words from his mouth, considering I can't even speak myself.
Let the man come
Here
on.
he is.
So,
Doing good. How about yourself?
good, thank you.
We're not doing it again. Ranger did this last time.
We're not doing this So, I'll just do the same thing that Ranger did. That I did with Ranger. Who are you?
I am Black Crown Productions, or I shortened my name. I whitewashed, so I'm Crown. I'm Crown. I do 3D Blender animations. I do stop motions, primarily Transformers on both versions, and mostly do TFP content. So yeah.
So, how long have you been doing that for?
Started doing stop motion in 2020 during COVID, because like, what else are you gonna do in the middle of quarantine? And then
I know some things.
yeah. And then I think around 2022, I started dabbling in Blender, but like it wasn't like enough to. I was just getting my feet wet basically, because I had no idea what I was doing. And then joined a project that we all know all too well, and but then since then I appreciate that I was able to learn as much as I did, and now I think I'm pretty much a savant in TFP content. Don't quote me.
That is a direct quote.
Yeah, we're going to quote him on that one.
This will not hold up in court. So how long were you on the GR team, the Garbage Can Suspension team?
PR team, I started in 2023, and then I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was, can't remember if it was exactly New Year's or before New Year's that I left the project.
New Year's of 2024.
2024, or, well, December of 2024 or January of 2025.
So you left like immediately after, more or less
After the
immediately after
film.
release, yeah.
Yeah, because it was after the whole like comments section, and then actually it wasn't immediately after, because it was just that like we were still on trying to finalize it, hoping that we could maybe like salvage something with the audio, because I was helping my buddy Subpar with that, which I'll get to in a bit. But it was just way too much. It was the scene 11, the like scene where you have the big like Autobot city battle on Cybertron between the Destructicons and Autobots. And in that scene, it was just a cluster of just absolute like mess of animation. I'd never worked on the animation, so none of it was syncing up. And like, it was just like, because originally the frame rate was at 30 and I had it set to 24 because I thought it would have looked better. And then there's like the audio didn't line up, and then it was just like so many people are walking at the exact same footstep, like the exact same footstep. It's ridiculous. So we had enough of it. We just dumped everything we had on progress of that scene, everything that Subpar had for his work on that, on all the scenes of audio for the audio remaster, and then I sent in everything and then just left. We both said like, oh, we lost faith in this project, have no interest in continuing further. and here's some tutorials so you get better at animation.
So you actually did like try and you didn't try and leave
I tried
on a
to
negative
provide
note.
him. I didn't. Yeah, no. I tried to leave on a positive note. I was just like, at first I was gonna like leave on a like, hey, I'm gonna take a break. I'm not gonna help as much for the next film. But then like the film came out, and with all that happened, I was just like, I really don't want any part of this anymore. I'm not doing this.
Which is, I think, is fair enough.
Yeah.
Personally speaking.
So we actually were like overlapping on the team. We were on at the same time, pretty much.
Yeah, we didn't know each other like personally,
Yeah.
but I knew that you were in the project.
So we'll skip ahead after the release. You made a video talking about the film itself. I think you made an animation reel as well.
I did a reel, yeah. I did a reel showcasing like how everything, the stuff that I did, showing what I did and didn't do, and then like showing some stuff that like just didn't make the cut. And so, and like I even, like for instance, like in the scene where they talk about their creation with Galvatron talking about the Destructicon's creation from Unicron, I used an old Unicron model that I had and made my own VFX for this. So like basically making this scene and to replace like the PNG like PowerPoint presentation of these characters, and I was just like, it's so outdated. It doesn't like it. That would have worked back in like 2014.
Right.
It just would not live up to like now what we enjoy to watch. So I just figured I'm gonna animate like a flashback bit, and I did that for like 2 different scenes, but I didn't get to do that for a different. I think it was for that same scene, that first one with the Destructicons. I didn't get to animate the second bit that I wanted to because he was just like rushing. I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. And they didn't even use half of what you and I did. It's like,
yeah, there were some shots, and the VFX also laid over some of the the animation I did. There was someone else I was going to ask you. So yeah, you had a lot more cut than me, and you also were a lot closer to Carlos than me. I'd ask what was the headspace? Because from what I gathered while I was there, a lot of it felt like crunch time, like trying to get it for a 2023, 2024 release, even though it's been 10 years up to that point.
So at the time, it was gonna be 2023. July was what they wanted. It was gonna be after the Rise of the Beast movie came out. And so what happened there was that like initially everything was nice. It wasn't like dude wasn't bad at all. I didn't have any qualms with him or any issue. It was just like he was saying, I first thought I'm doing a basic touch-up job. All I think is doing is adjusting some lighting, smoothing out some animation, and I'm thinking, okay, no big deal, no issue. I'll just do what I can. But then the problem started when we realized that he hadn't updated his blender. I think he was working in 2.5, 2.7, somewhere in there, and like the textures from that version didn't transfer over into 3.6, which is what I was working on. And so it's just like it all the textures, everything was gone. I think the only thing that survived were the lights.
Right.
And
It's like a
and
huge
I'm just
setback,
like,
basically, like early 20.
yeah, no, it was a major setback. So I initially thought I was just gonna be, it was just a basic touch-up job when I'm basically having to retexture everything. And I'm basically having to copy paste every single texture onto every single character, every single object, and it could be repeats, right? Because there would be multiple Blender files of textures. And so I was at first thinking, you know what? It's not gonna be too bad. I'm gonna confidently say, like, yeah, we can make the July deadline. Bro, I was nowhere close.
Right.
It's nowhere close. And he had gone to like,
existence.
he went to like Israel with his family for vacation. And I'm the only one doing this, mind you. I didn't have anyone to help me out. There was supposed to be someone, but he just didn't help out. And then, like, it just didn't get anywhere. So I was screwed. And so I was just like, okay, what do? I don't know what to do. So I admit that I lied. I even say this in my video talking about stuff that Carlos said about me, that I did lie, that I delayed the project, but it wasn't intentional to set it back. I just genuinely didn't know what to tell him. Like, I didn't know what to say. So, but it was.
Is it safe to assume this is like your first time working with like studio?
Grand scale project, and it's a very ambitious project. So, and at the time, I even told him from the beginning, like, I didn't know that much about Blender. I would have given him pointers on what to. We had like a whole review of the film from start to finish. That was over a good course of a couple days. And I told him like what needed to be changed, what needed to be altered, what needed to be smoothed out, and what needed to be replaced for that. But then like the more I practiced in Blender, I was starting to think, you know what, maybe I'll try and do it myself. That was a big mistake because again, I'm acting like I'm a one-man studio that could do the work of like 5-10 people. I'm not. I burned myself out because of the workload. And so then I just like, because I was trying to like, I didn't know what to say, so I just tried to buy myself time. So I would just say, oh yeah, just need more time on it. This went on for months, and there was a point where personal stuff happened, so I just crashed and burned and didn't say anything to anyone. And then like I just felt pressured, so I just succumbed to pressure and like said, I still want to do this, but I don't know what to do. So, and then yeah, it just I was gonna say, like, then Carlos was pissed, obviously, that I lied, and I don't blame him for that. But then, like, after that, we just started setting up, he set up a whole, like, Google, I'm trying to remember, Excel sheet. Yeah, Excel sheet. And my dad became involved in this regard, because he contacted my dad to get me back on track, and, like, I don't know why he made that public, but he did.
Why would he do that? That's
side note, not chill at all.
Don't contact your employees' parents. Don't do that.
Yeah. I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, with what's it called? He got me back in, and my dad was like, because I ended up crying because I was just like, I broke down in front of my parents, being like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to go on with this. And like, yeah, so then we got in a call with Carlos, with Orbital Bacon, with Subpar, and my dad was present for this, and then just like talking on how to get back on track, how to like do this right. And we did. There were certain delays that would happen, that would come up, and some of them were on my end, but not intentional. Others were. Just like I have my personal life, like I couldn't, like, you can't dictate that. Yeah, exactly. And then on top of that, he would talk to us. He started like shifting his excitement for it to being like, okay, I'm not paying you, you volunteered for this, but I'm gonna treat you like I'm paying you. So he basically would get aggressive. He'd get passive aggressive. Like you could tell he was like pissed, but he's not like yelling. And there was an instance where me or my friend Subpar would bring up, like, we had personal stuff, we were just busy with stuff, and then he goes on to say, I have a wife, I have kids, I have a home, and I have a corporate job. So like he basically said, like, whatever you're dealing with it pales in comparison. So like, that's not an excuse. I'm like, bro, we still have a life either way outside of your project. You're not paying us to do even half of what I've done for your project. And so, and to top that off, he did offer gigs, which there were some that he did pay for me, and there was just one that I missed, that I just stayed up late working on his project, and I missed because I slept in, and I'm sorry I missed that. I apologize. It's sorry. It's tough. But and then since then he just withheld any cash gigs, and he said he had a couple lined up for me, but because of my progress, my work ethic, in his view, it was not good enough to provide cash gigs. And I was just like, that's BS, because you're basically having me do a project that you're not paying me for. and withholding something that would have motivated me to continue working. So
What were these kind of like cash gigs? Like, give us like a
So it was for a video game company somewhere in India. Something I think he probably mentioned it somewhere on his thing, but yeah, it was an opportunity to do like, you know, work for a video game company, and I've done like it was like I did animations of showcasing the vehicles. It was like a car racing combat game.
I think I've seen this. Yeah, we can find that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the original files, like the video files for you guys to use. But yeah, so it was just a whole bunch of showcasing the cars and making little animation bits. I did that for fun for it, and then I got paid, I think, about $100-200. So it wasn't bad money. It was good money. So it
was that? Did they also pay Carlos to advertise, or is that just like is that something you just don't know about? Because that is a video that he uses. Like, there is a video on his channel talking about this game. So I was wondering if it was like a sponsored kind of thing.
I don't know exactly. It was just like a game. It was a commission for him, which he passed on to me and paid out of his pocket for me to do.
Right.
Because I did the work. He probably got paid for it, but he gave me the money for it. I don't know if he gave me all of the money, but he got. I'm pretty sure he just took his cut, but gave me some money.
Right.
But in terms of like, I don't remember what the exact thing was, because again, we never like covered it again after me missing that morning meeting or whatever, because it was in the morning. I think it was around like 9 or 10 in the morning, and bear in mind he's like an hour ahead of me, so it was at a certain time. But we just missed it completely, and I did apologize for it, but at the same time it's just like, I'm sorry I missed it. And then since then he just never gave me another cash gig after that.
And just so everyone's clear, you were specifically told when you joined the GR team you are not going to be paid by him.
Yeah, it's voluntary.
Yeah.
It's a volunteer project, which I knew that going in.
Yeah.
I didn't complain that like, oh well, they never paid me, or he was paying somebody. No, like I knew I wasn't getting paid.
But I think that clears up, like, the issue isn't the fact everyone's getting paid, it's the treatment and the fallout after the fact.
Yeah.
So,
and
carry on, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, because it's just that like his treatment of us was like, after that and then onwards was like so many insane crunch times. Like, my friend Subpar was doing audio work for, like I said, for GR, and the issue that arose was that like, oh, he wasn't getting them done on time. He wasn't working fast enough. And something we've explained constantly to Carlos, and it's the exact same premise when it comes to Blender animation. Animation takes time, right? And if you want it done right, it takes time. It's not going to be done in like the next 2-3 weeks. And it could take a month, it could take 2 months, it could take 3 months if you really are doing the right things for it. But it also, everyone has their own pace in which they work. I can probably get done with a dialogue scene in about 7 hours roughly, if I really put work into it, right? But then if it's something like, say, a fight scene, which, you know, my quick little plug here, my TFP crashed project, that one's taking me time because I only animated like a few bits, and I've only blocked out like, there's a whole process to animation. And so the same thing when it comes to audio work is that he has to figure out the voice line, putting all the voices, putting all the sound effects, putting all the ambiance, and then the music, and making sure the music paces correctly. Because like, you can't just slap a music. It's like, okay, I guess that sounds good. No. Then my friend Subpar, I've known Subpar for years, long before we joined, before I even got him to work on Galvatron's Revenge with me. I know for a fact that he is meticulous when it comes to this. And it's like every detail, if it doesn't sound right to him, he doesn't think it's gonna sound right to anyone. So he makes sure that there's not that there's no room for criticism, but there's like no room for any just criticism, you know?
More like a preference
Like-
problem kind of thing. You'd rather have preference problems than physically, like...
Right. Exactly. Like, there's not like, oh, there's a glitch in the audio. Like, he would make sure that if there's a glitch, he's gonna clean that up.
Right.
He's so meticulous with that, and that's something I really respect about him. He did the audio work from, and you can see in my TFP crash, he did all the audio for that. There's not a single.
Plug
Yeah.
it's on the screen. See that shit? Good shit.
Wow. Wowee.
Wowee.
But yeah.
So, long story short, TLDR, it wasn't bad, but there were a lot of iffies, we'll call them iffies, here and there, when you were working on it.
It went from good to iffies to bad.
Right.
Because, like, I would be stressing about it for no reason, and it's just like for a project that I'm not getting paid for, I could have just, I honestly, looking back on it now, I should have just jumped at any point. Which you did at one point, because it's just like, hey, I have my life, I have my school, I have all these other details that I have to take care of with my personal life. So, and I'm not getting paid for this. This isn't a super priority. I'm just opting out.
Yeah.
Not like, no disrespect to Carlos, but it's just like, I should have done that too.
Yeah.
Because like, I couldn't, I forced myself to keep doing this. And when I should have just opted out and let it take its course, whatever way it would have gone. But in terms of like, it just pissed me off the most with Subpar. He would, like, in one instance, like, I don't know what it was that went through Carlos's head, that like he just didn't perceive that stuff took time. He would just be like, no, you're taking too long. No, you're giving me excuses. No, you're I need this done at the date that I said. And like, whenever, sometimes he also like, he would ask us, when do you think you could actually get this done? And I'm like, I don't know, because certain things vary in. So like, you know, Blender, the transition between the old version of Blender to the new one could cause like issues. There's also the old animation that was done by people who didn't know how to animate in Blender, because like, this wasn't done by, there was one dude who was definitely a professional, or like had like plenty of experience. I'd say intermediate to almost expertise
Was that,
in Blender.
that was Jonathan, right? He made
Jonathan, yes.
He made the
Space Chase.
Space Chase and the original trailer for...
Yeah, he did the trailer, intro. He also did the Combaticons combining into Bruticus, which is honestly one of the best things that he has on his channel. But then, like, when it comes to the rest of the film, there was a point where he burnt out and had to take a break because he also had personal stuff, which I understand. And then, like, in terms of what's his name, Carlos and a few other people who animated, they didn't know how to animate in Blender. Like, so they just created blocked out stuff. So I'm having to go in and fix that. That's another thing that causes delays, because in some instances I just started over. But yeah, so it's just, there were so many animation errors, so many animation glitches. I don't even know what you want to call it. It's just a cluster of like mistakes after mistakes after mistakes, and I'm trying to undo a good chunk of it to just present have something presentable. But even then, like,
so we'll skip to post-release, and you make the animation reel and the video where you go over, because Carlos blames you.
So I'll go into before I released that. So I had the animation reel up and ready. I was just like setting it up to post. And I think about a week or so before that, he had released his video just talking about the entire he talks about sabotaging Galvatron's revenge and everything, and then he talks about you, he talks about me, he talks about another friend, Chaker.
Fun fact about that video, he released my face and refused to get rid of it until I reported the video. My name...
Face and name. it's my name. The face is gone.
Still in my face is gone, but my name is still there against my wishes, and I had to unfortunately have to meet him halfway, even though I'm still very uncomfortable with my name being in that video. But
Yeah.
Which is also not Poggers.
no, continue. Sorry.
No, you're good. And so, yeah, it's just like he blames instead of taking, because like Carlos signed off on everything at the end, like with the VFX from 10 years ago, or 8 years ago, whatever you want to put it. I don't care about the timeline. The fact is, those are old VFX. I have put my own VFX into certain scenes, and he just layered in his VFX over mine, which made absolutely no sense and makes it look worse. And so then follow that up with like the comments and everything, and throwing shade at me as for the delays for lying. I was like, again, I admit I lied. I don't deny that. But at the same time, you decided to keep a story that you wrote 10 years ago. You decided to keep a good chunk of animation without deciding maybe we should redo this from scratch now that we have people who can actually animate. And even then, like, there was just so much that was wrong with the film. But he, again, I understood he wanted to move on to Dinobots Unleashed. I understood he was tired. I get that. I would be the same. It's 10 years is a long time. But expecting that people were going to adore the film to the extent that he thought that it would be is reaching. And it's just that, like, and as a director, you take the amount of hate comments / constructive criticism comments were, as a director, you take that, right, and proceed to take it in a constructive, like, okay, I'm not going to do this again, I'm going to change things up for the next film, I'm going to come back with a better product based on what I've seen. Instead, he's deleted comments, fired back at comments, like insulted people directly, like as if, and just went berserk on people, and to the point where it was so much that it kept happening that he just turned off his comment section. So, and then, like I said, he brought up my dad, which I don't know why that needed to be made public about my dad's involvement in the project. I don't know why he brought up your name and other stuff, and then threw shade at me. It's just like, you can blame Ben, which I don't care. My name's public already enough. It's fine. But he just says you can blame Ben for all this. This is all his fault, essentially.
Which is not on one person.
Yeah. And so then I was like, and then there was stuff, because it was all based on 3 things. Stuff that I had said on a video of Fire Brothers stream about how Carlos has a terrible Megatron impression, how the flashback scene to K-On!, which is one of my favorite scenes that I actually did for that. It is the best scene of the movie. It is, because like it's all on par with the quality of TFP. And so I admit that, and that's true. I did say that. And then also, then he's like saying stuff how I didn't take credit. I have a whole video describing how I worked on about like 15 out of 19 scenes, or 16 if you count the end credit scene. But still, so I worked on everything, a good chunk of this project. And for you to say that it's my fault, like, it's, one is dumb, and 2 is just that, like, claiming that I'm the one lying is dumb as well. And then follow that up with saying that I caused massive delays because I worked on my own stuff, because he showed my page saying that I was working, when literally I finished everything for Galvatron's Revenge. Anything else texture wise I left to them, because I eventually got around to showing him and another person how to texture, apply the textures that I had created, which they're god awful, by the way. So yeah, but yeah.
So long story short, obviously it just wasn't your fault.
No.
You,
No, and no one blames me. That's the
No.
other thing. You're just trying to throw blame on me when in the end it's like, bro, if it was bad, right? If it's bad like it would have been, and Carlos saw that, he has to make he made the executive decision to not change anything, to just upload it as it was, especially with the old audio.
my question is just so like it's very clear. I barely think that you've caused this delay at all, but how long do you say the delay was, like, that you've quote unquote caused? How much of a delay do you think that was?
The delay was a good couple of months, just because, like, I'm not
3 to
gonna
4
say,
months.
I want to say 3 to 4 months. Just, I'm not gonna say the exact details, but there was a big, difficult period in my life where I didn't know what to do. It was completely unrelated to the project, but then the project added stress onto that.
Yeah.
And so I just crashed and burned, like I said. So it definitely was 3 to 4 months of that going on, and in some instances me ghosting a few people, members of the team, and even some of my own friends, because I just didn't know what to do. I felt that I was fucked up. I was definitely fucked up.
So nowhere near as much as like a problem as you make it out to be. So 10 years is not accountable to you, basically.
Oh no, absolutely not. No.
So, well, we've now clearly established that our good friend Crown is not responsible for the problems going on behind the scenes.
Yep.
Jump to present day, like, what's been going on since that animation reel and talking about it?
So I had released the animation. I had released the animation. Jeez, I can't say it, bro.
You'll get there.
I released the animation reel, and then after that, I released the video I had debunking stuff on Carlos, followed by later on releasing a test animation for Transformers Prime Dinobus Unleashed Grimlock, which I had sent that to him a while ago. He honestly could have posted that at any point. He has the video. It's either he chooses not to, or I don't even know, whatever. But I even told him he should post that so people could see like the test animations we were doing for Grimlock, because I have a couple that I did and I shared with him. I shared one with him. I have the rest on my end.
So they were made
But,
of like his direct supervision, basically.
Exactly. Like some were just made like just testing out the limits of the model itself, like testing all the range of motion, and then others were just fun little bits to test out like how it looked in a scene, and that's it. Like, and I posted it because I'm like, I worked on this. It's legally within my right to post something that I made for someone's project that I worked on. So, but yeah, and then after that, since then, he wanted me to remove the video. He was like on my butt about constantly talking about stuff about me, like he was making like I was feeding his content, I guess. And I was just like, bro, leave me alone. I even emailed him at one point. I was just like, dude, stop talking to me, stop talking to my dad. I don't care. Just go away. And he's like,
you made contact with your dad after you left as well.
Yeah, so he had made contact again, trying to get me to remove my video, but I told my dad, like, my dad's not gonna respond to him. He actually, so here's the fun fact, he congratulated Carlos on the release of the film, but then after I told him what had happened with the with both like the comments, him like going crazy on the comments, and then basically throwing me under the bus, he lost all respect for him, so he has no intention of like responding to him ever again. He doesn't care to talk to him again.
I think it's ridiculous that all the respect to your dad. I mean, that's really nice of him to help you get back on your feet. It's really like, that's some parenting 101 type stuff. I think it's really rude of Carlos to constantly, well, not constantly, but try and contact him about you.
He only contacted him the one, or there was 2 instances. Carlos was double checking that I had shared all the models back to him with the textures and all, and which I did. And so he was just asking about that. But this is when we were still on good terms. And then later on, he was trying to get him to, I don't even know what, just like stop talking smack about him, or I don't even know what. But either way, I just told him to leave me alone.
When Carlos emailed me about it recently, he says he contacted your dad to try and talk sense into you. That's his words. So.
Right, which makes no sense because like, what sense is there to be said? Because I didn't have anything that wasn't true. I wasn't even like, so here's the thing. There's the misconception that Carlos has that I'm constantly talking about Galvatron's Revenge, constantly talking about smack about him, and I'm not. Like, an example being like, let's get into the rat of the 99 server, right?
Yes.
Like, so there's an instance where I think you and I were talking, or you, me, Top Hat, and Ranger, and a few other people in that. We're just talking about, I think, in general, Grimlock designs. We're talking about a whole bunch of other stuff, right? And so then I remembered, I think at one point we talked about an evil Grimlock, right?
Yes.
And as cool as that would look, I remember seeing a design for a character. Not gonna name who it was, but it's already out there, so whatever. But I'm gonna be respectful and not say any more on it. But I shared it in a screenshot where I had the picture of the design because Carlos shared it through WhatsApp, and my WhatsApp was set to download automatically everything. So I just shared the screenshot in like a general voice chat on the 99 server, and then someone came in, saw it was there, shared it, took a screenshot of what I had said, that it was like, bro, it was disgusting, I hated it. I don't even remember half of what I said. But I know it wasn't nice. I do openly admit I shouldn't have shared that on a semi-public server. I do admit that. And that's my bad, and I apologize. But at the same time, you don't have to, like, we're not actively talking smack about Carlos. We didn't create a group chat to actively, or hate group chat, you know?
Yeah.
Like, the 99 server existed long before I even joined. It existed long before anything regarding Galvatron's Revenge, right? It's not even BrushedRanger's server, which is what he thinks that it is. It's literally, it's Top Hats.
It's Top Hats, yeah. If he's still alive.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah. I've got nothing to say, to be honest. You guys just keep talking too much. It's my channel, right? And I said this probably the least.
Yeah.
It's
a podcast, bro. You gotta yap. Come on.
To be fair, this topic is like, I'm not, balls deep in, so I can't just keep saying stuff. I'm letting you guys air out your grievances, and then I'll probably do, because I've got my own dramas to talk about.
Yeah.
Won't say names, but they know who they are.
Yeah, but what's it with after that, I like told him, okay, what do I have to do for you to just leave me alone? And he just said, like, remove, just no more sharing model, or he said, or just like distributing content about Galvatron's Revenge or anything of the like, anything to do with prime animations, basically, right?
Right.
Basically, stop talking smack. And I was just like, okay, I'm not talking to anyone about you, so I just like, and then I'm like, okay, I don't really need this on my channel anymore, so I enlisted all the prime animations related content, anything mentioning his name, and that was it. And so I said, like, are we good now? And he's like, as long as you don't play this stupid game again. But yeah, so
he actively threatened you because of work that was made for him that he's not going to be showing off, quite possibly in the next 5 years.
Yeah, exactly. Or 10.
If that was the case, every content artist on DeviantArt would be like evaporated.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like, everyone reposts his concept art that's around there. So like, why aren't they getting flagged for that? But
any content art for anything is posted there because the content artist needs to share their work for the portfolio.
Exactly.
Oh, exactly. So it's the same deal with an animator.
Like, this is very similar to the situation where Carlos has said I cannot upload my Vortex deleted scene until after the Blu-ray releases, which I don't know when that's going to happen. want to release my Vortex scenes. I'm very proud of it. I think my Vortex scene, your Megatron scene, may be the best scenes in the film. One of them was never going to be in the film anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I want to give him the benefit of the doubt, but I want that scene out because it's genuinely some of I really love my work on that one shot, at the very first shot. So
There's a part of me that would say post it, but it's not worth it.
poor project management, basically.
Oh yeah, 100%. But yeah, there's there's that thing about the rat, and then there's that he like says, oh, I don't have people actively looking into stuff about you. I'm like, you clearly do. If like someone saw my name in a server and actively went to find that any
And watched,
dirt
because they
on
had
me.
to have watched, because we had a call like a couple times before that anyway.
Yeah, they weren't. I don't think they were in the call. I think it was a screenshot off the preview that someone has when they're live streaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So this person should have had enough knowledge off you as well. They should have expected you to be sending that stuff.
Yeah.
So it can't. It's actually think about it. It can't be a random person because otherwise they have to know who you are, expect that you share something, and know who to go to.
Like, I understand if like, oh, he just joined the server, ended up seeing stuff about me, and then or saw the stuff about Carlos rather, and he goes like, oh, because I believe at the very least from his live stream recently about that, I get that. But at the same time, like, it's just like, it's so petty. But then and then moving on to the live stream, which is what the issue is, which is like all the rage right now, I guess you can put it like that, is the fact that Carlos wants to sue me for breach of contract, which I don't know how. He emailed me saying I've breached the contract several times now, and by distributing with third parties the models willy-nilly, and then using models in my own project that are from Galvatron's Revenge, which I don't know why if I don't even understand what he thinks that they are, because like the RC model, it's not his RC doesn't look anywhere close to the show's version.
There's a very clear difference, excuse me, between the two.
There you go. But yeah, and then like the Viacons were remade by you. Like they took inspiration from the actual show's version. Yeah. And obviously, you made them.
With all due respect, Carlos's version is very, we'll say, easy to look at because the lighting is not. It's not really.
It's not hard.
It's not hard. They're flat as can be, so it's really easy to actually get a nice shot of what piece you need.
You can't be angry at someone using the same design as you when you also took the same design from someone else.
Exactly.
Yeah, let's get into that. That the fact that like he traces over official works of Hasbro.
Exactly.
And then fan-made stuff too. Like, we just found this out literally before the podcast started. His recent character Blades is a a trace over of Springer, an actual TFP Springer,
made by. Let me just get that name up.
Eric J.
Eric J.
So,
yes.
I think that his first thought is that he must be suing for me. It's a bit of a projection, if I do say so myself. But he assumes everyone is always copying all the time. That's what he does.
Two characters that he has undeniably traced is the Elita by I can't remember his name.
CG Lex.
CG Lex, and a Jazz that was made many years ago. You say he has permission for both, which is fine. I disagree with the tracing itself, less so the use of the design, and then passing it off as if, oh, look at this design I've made.
My original, yeah, exactly, as if like I sketched this up.
Yeah.
Like, it's when he does his like crossover videos that he's like portraying it as if like, oh, I made this myself. It's a brand new design. I'm like, no, it's not. It's just added parts.
And you can
onto
clearly
an
see
already...
that when he's sketching it, he's had the original PNG in the file, made like a stick figure off of it, and then he's got it on like a second monitor where he just draws it by hand. and then goes back over in post, because he always fades out after he finishes the initial sketch, and then right after that, all the proportions are fixed. Everything looks a lot better. Which I don't think anyone. I don't know if anyone's a 2D artist here, but I feel like it's very hard.
Yeah, I'm not sure I've really.
Not sure you can really just fix a sketch like that with a fade out. You kind of need to show the entire process there.
Well, it's like those Blender memes. So it's like it's like someone working. It's like, and it just cuts and it's finished.
Yeah, I did some building off
Blender.
type thing.
Yeah, here's what I preferred earlier.
He's just gonna play it off as like, oh, I did the boring stuff in the background. I didn't want you all to see it. Urgh.
Which, okay, means that I got the original art and traced over it, and I'd be a lot more accepting of this if he was just honest and said, yes, I traced this, and then I tweaked it. But he doesn't say that. He just says that he made it.
Oh yeah.
And the worst bit is we don't know how many. We don't know like the exact number of how many of these are traced, because some of these designs could be like 10 plus years old at this point.
Oh yeah.
Like our friend earlier, BrushedRanger, was talking to his friend, and apparently Air Razor is a trace, but we just can't find the original because of how old it is. But so. Final verdict is it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy, guys. That's all you need to know.
I just like, I don't even know like the extension of like him trying to, because like because here's the thing. So when it came to the suing, like the email bit, because before he actually made it public, he emailed me saying he was gonna sue me for the breach of contract, or seeing like with his lawyer what he's gonna be able to do, right? What action he can take, because like, but then and then I honestly, because again, I haven't done what he's accusing me of unless he actually has proof, which I proceed to ask him, what evidence do you have that proves that I'm guilty, or like what evidence do you have that I'm distributing your models? And he didn't show me a screenshot, which I was expecting. He just showed me, like, he just messaged saying I sent the Optimus model to a FedEx or FedXRB, or I don't even know his user. It's just like, and we looked into this because like I never sent a model to be used for any reason. If anything, I'll just send, like, for the Viacon, I didn't need to send Sake the model or screenshots of the movie. I just need to send him the actual like Viacon from the show.
It's
and like the reference, there's a reference.
There's plenty of Viacon material out there.
Yeah, there's a entire reference sheet online. You can just look this up. Type Transformers Prime Viacon reference sheet. It's there. So Sake just remade it for a small commission, and I used that in my RC video. So for you to claim that I'm using your model is just ridiculous.
So it really is.
It's either and it's just that, like, I don't even know if it's the Viacon. I don't know if it's the RC. Like recently, he thinks that it's like, he thinks that I still have the Grimlock model. I deleted it. He thinks that I have the thinks that I have his Megatron model. That's not even his. That's a brand new model, which you could show on your screen. I'll send you screenshots. It's legit a brand new model, textured in Substance Painter with the wear and tear or whatever from Unicron that you got rid of. And then like, what's it? There was the other one, but there's other models that I have, and I just had people remake them for my personal use because that's perfectly legal. I'm not going to use your models because
nothing
they're
to do with
awful. Exactly.
So his claim is completely baseless.
Unless he comes up with some form of evidence, which I don't even think he has, or it's like concrete evidence, because there's other people who have worked in the project. There's a chance that someone leaked it to a different person.
Which on BrushedRanger's stream last night, Firebrothers directly said that people have gone to him and started talking about the stuff of the sequels and the storylines and the characters and such. completely separate from us. So I don't understand why he's coming after you if he thinks, if that is the case, that Fire Brothers is telling the truth. Why is he coming after you? Why is it instinctually always you?
I don't know. It's just like I've nothing, and it's just like he's such a hypocrite in saying about in his live stream about when he names drops everyone and me and Ranger, and then just like says he's gonna sue, and then says like, I'm tired of this crap, I don't want to do this anymore, leave me alone. Like, we tell you to leave us alone and you don't. So like, follow what you want. If you want us to leave, we're not even coming after him. That's the other thing. We don't actively like post. Like the last time BrushedRanger posted something about him, well, it's pretty recent now, but
it'll be by the time this is off, he would have posted about it again.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but the last time he posted was like 8 months ago when the drama was raging, and like
Fresh.
yeah, when it was fresh, and so he just like dropped 2 videos about it, and that's it. Wasn't gonna cover it again. I dropped 2 videos. One was my reel of my work because I enjoyed doing some work on there, and then my video talking about what happened with Galvatron's Revenge, and that was it. I still to this day do not talk about it publicly. I just like mentioned it sometimes if it gets brought up, but I don't actively go like, oh, do you guys remember that project I worked on? Like, come
Right.
on. I have better things to do with my time than rant about a project, as I'm actively ranting on a podcast.
Well,
No,
it's
but yeah,
been
it's
happening like 3 months ago though. This is
Yeah, I know.
because he's escalating, so we've got to fight back somehow. Otherwise, it's going to be more defamation or whatever he's trying to do to like get tarnish all your names.
yeah, it's just like, dude, I want nothing to do with Prime Animations. So I just would like to be left alone. I'm tired of this. Even me and Sake, you know this, because like there are moments when we see this dumb stuff happen that he does, we get such a headache and we're like, why? We're tired. No more. Move on. It was 8 months ago. Enough. And they're still going at it, but then like we're not talking about this for hours and hours. 5 minutes later we're like, oh, what design do you want to come up with for the next like TF? Like I remember we were talking about this after seeing that thing about the live. We were just like chatting shit up, so it was fun.
We came up with like 3 brand new storylines right off, like banging them off like a tennis racket.
Oh yeah, no, it's a good time, and again completely unrelated to Carlos. So I was just like, what do you want at this point? Like, what's your end goal? What do you desire at this point?
That
Because
really
like,
is, like,
if
the
you
big
want us to leave
question.
alone, yeah, if you want us to leave you alone, we'd leave you alone. Like, I
And
don't
we
know
have
about
done
Brush
for
Ranger,
9 months. Like none of us have come out publicly, even though he hasn't stopped talking about it. We've actually been more than fair and just not spoke about it.
yeah, we have no reason to. I stand by what I said. That I was like, it's the only one and only time I was gonna talk about it on my channel, and after that, I don't.
Exactly.
I post content completely unrelated, just fun animated stuff.
It's gone on for far too long.
It's insane. I'm exhausted. I had a crash out because of just like, why is he still at this? And this was at my job. Like, he needs to stop. He needs to quit it and just move on, do his project, and the next time he gets criticized for it, take it and leave it. Take it or leave it, rather.
Yeah, and with all this
Fire
said,
off.
well, this will be probably our last time talking about it, unless it gets escalated even it won't be to this extent.
No,
No.
This really is
We
our
don't
last time because we've got the entire community coming against it. I mean, personally, I've had people I don't like, personally do not like interacting with, come to me and go, we've had differences, put them aside just for this. And I hope the most of the community will do the same. Like, just whatever beef you've got with anyone else, this is our Quantum TV moment right now. Suing people over a admittedly awful, in my opinion, even though I hate that phrase, in my opinion, awful, truly awful fan film.
Yeah.
And now he's swinging around non-existent weight, and it's scary. It's affecting you negatively. It affects me negatively. It affects all of us negatively because it makes us look awful.
Yeah, and like the Transformers community is struggling as is. We don't need this.
Completely agree.
Any of this. Because like at the end of the day, people just want to make fun stuff for people to watch because like Hasbro isn't releasing like good stuff lately. They aren't focused on stuff. I don't even know where they're at. So I was just like, okay, if they're not gonna do it, we are.
Exactly.
So that's the purpose of a fan-made stuff, is that they do something that a studio isn't going to like have to sign off on. We just make it ourselves without that backing, without that decision making over our heads. So like and coming to sue is so dumb, especially like when it's characters that models based on characters that you don't own. And when you try to bring that into court, like, Hasbro is going to get involved at some point. I don't even know if he actually will. I don't know if he's puffing smoke out of his butt. I don't know if he's, like, trying to just scare into saying something that he can use against me, which he's not. I didn't, after he, like, made another claim, that accusation without showing a shred of evidence, I just, like, I'm not going to respond to this. And even then, he, like, instructs like legal counsel. I'm just like, bro, like, on an email, why are you doing this?
In my opinion, if he really had any kind of evidence, then I feel like you wouldn't even be aware of it. Like, it would be a letter through the post, and you'd be legally informed, not just emailed to go.
Carlos informed.
Yeah, you wouldn't, and him trying to pop up and be big about it, which I don't see like you said, I don't see the goal here. No one liked your fan film. Why are you throwing shade back at us? Why not just use that and go, people didn't like my fan film, I'm gonna fix it.
Yeah, like take it in a positive stride instead of such a negative stride and then casting blame onto others. Like, as a director, what you do is that if you have a flop, okay, you have a flop. What can you do better after that? Not where did I go wrong? No, where do you
grow?
And then where do you go from there exactly? Where do you grow? How do you improve? Which he didn't do at all. Like, an example, I hate to throw shade, but I'm gonna throw shade because he's the I don't care anymore at this point. He made a Rip-A-Verse. So Rip-A-Verse, for people who don't know, is a comic, separate like comic media company, right? And he met the Carlos, Prime Animations, met the guy. I forget the exact name of the guy, but
his name's Eric July. I actually wanted to bring him up as well. If you could finish your story.
Yeah, Eric July. So he met him in person. They discussed he showed them stuff of Galvatron's Revenge and other potential stuff. And so he arranged a possibility of him getting a, I guess, support, financial, or something like that. A deal, basically. Potential deal on the table of him making content of Rip-A-Verse. And so he then, a good deal of time passed by. He was supposed to make original content, original designs, and then present them to him. And so he was trying to get in touch. The lady that was his secretary never put him through. He says, like, oh, he's very busy, like, and especially even when they had an arranged appointment. And I know this because he told me. And then later on, again, this is after I left, apparently he still hasn't gotten that appointment because he made a video as a tribute to Rip-A-Verse to make as he put, make a bunch of noise, right? And clearly it didn't, because that video is still sitting at little over 1,000 views. That's a minute-long animation, and it shows his animation is still the exact same as it was 10 years ago. And whereas, like, not to toot my horn, but like, I post a 1-minute animation of TFP content, right? Original content. And that video is sitting somewhere in the little over 20K views, which I think was insane because it was already like popping off within the week. So
I think the biggest thing we can actually say is it's amazing what happens when you post the content that people subscribe to you for.
yeah. Instead of like all this dumb stuff.
Yeah, like the toy reviews, like great. You want to do toy reviews? Good on you. Put it on a separate channel.
Yeah.
My biggest advice for him, if it was me, I don't think I have enough time for advice.
Well, I think before we continue, I think it's probably a good time to have all the guests on now. I think we've talked about what we need to do. Time for final
Eric
thoughts.
July, actually, I would quickly mention Eric July is a known grifter in the comic book space. If you want to know more about him, go watch The Birdman.
Oh, great.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. All right.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
But-
Oh, it was more.
You had to delay me for that, did you?
Yes, I did. I had to get people to know about Eric July, the comic book grifter who says woke, who says Miles Morales is woke.
Right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Well, I mean, I hope so. He's awake.
God.
Right.
He wasn't sleeping his own.
All right, here they come.
Here
Hello.
it is. Hello, everyone.
Over here. That took so long.
Yeah, we've been going over a lot.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go in order. DPZLuna, any final words? Any interesting takes?
Someone get Unk his meds, bro.
Wise words.
Very wise.
Unk needs his meds, bro. He needs them bad.
How do you even top that?
I don't know. I think we just had to
I don't know. I'm gonna speak
Well-
for everyone and say I think at the end of the day we just kind of want it to stop escalating and we want it to go away. Like we want to reach some kind of compromise and peace. But I don't know. It's up to him. Ball's in his court. All best.
Oh, dude, I got something good right now, bro. My Spotify playlist cooking, boys. I don't like by Chief Keef. Palm animations, that's that shit I don't like. Hey, yo.
Oh.
You couldn't have timed any better.
I don't even know what you're talking
That's gonna
about.
go over. I will say that's gonna go over his head.
Bro, run the chat. Look in the Discord. Run the chat. I'm not even lying, bro. Look at it. That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy. Though.
You did not just comment on my video. Chat, I think he's off his meds. Clown emoji. Piece de resistance.
Who chopped any of that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I think the next the Ranger video is up. Go watch that if you haven't already. Subscribe to him. Give him a little kiss on the forehead when he goes to bed as well.
Black Crown, any final words as well?
It's just Crown.
Oh yeah, I forgot. We whitewashed you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crown. Any final words, white man?
Hey. Chill, my no, I'm kidding. Please bleep that out.
That'd make it sound even worse.
It'll sound worse.
No, yeah. Probably not. Anyways.
Just cut it.
You restate that again. Please just cut that out altogether.
Any final words, Crown?
Watch some animation tutorials, Mega G. You'll probably get better.
There we go. That is episode 0 of Idiots in the Skies over. Thank you all for coming.
Yeah, like, subscribe. Subscribe again if you have another account.
And then subscribe a third time, just in case you forgot to do it the first time.
Use your mom's
Yes.
account.
Yeah, exactly.
Please show some love to everyone here as well.
If you're a
yeah, that's all.
Transformers
See
fan,
you.
if you're a Transformers fan, you will stand with us. But that's it.
Yep.
Till all along.
If you're a fan of YouTube and fan creators and
All right.
Bye, everyone.
Goodbye. Bye now. Bye bye.